My name's Robert Ashwood, and 3 years ago, these were my diabetic kidneys, 2 weeks before one of them had to be cut out. My high glucose levels devastated my kidneys, clogged my arteries in my heart, and caused me to fall down the stairs while holding my grandchild, and ultimately nearly ended my life. But I fought back, and unbelievably, I'm now completely free and as healthy as I've been since my mid-30s. And it's all thanks to a strange secret I'll show you in just a minute. And if I can free myself, you can too. Back then, I was clueless about how to beat high blood sugar, but by the grace of God, this terrifying brush with death triggered a chain of events which led me to an unusual 30-second breakfast ritual which ruthlessly targeted my high blood sugar and completely reset my glucose levels in weeks. Incredibly, this simple, fast ritual took out every last symptom of high blood sugar after years of failure, melting off 53 pounds of toxic belly fat and helping me go from this to this, stabilizing my numbers at a healthy 112. And freed me from the vice-like death grip of erratic blood sugar that I'd suffered with for 7 long and painful years, giving me a wonderful new life at 63 years of age. A life where I never needed to prick my finger, take my energy-sapping meds, or eat boring, bland meals ever again. A life where I had the energy to run 5 miles with guys 20 years younger, where I could enjoy a delicious dinner out at a restaurant with my wonderful wife and happily eat pasta, potatoes, warm apple pie, and ice cream without any guilt whatsoever. Where I never again had to worry about sudden seizures, amputation, cardiovascular failure, stroke, nasty skin infections, or stabbing pains in my feet. This simple 30-second breakfast ritual, practiced for centuries by the ancient tribes of the hills of India, helped me regain my life, hit the reset on my blood sugar levels, gave me a leaner, stronger body, a strong heart, improved eyesight, a sharper brain, and endless energy. A happier, confident, and loving life where I was delighted to throw my side effect-filled meds in the trash and laugh at my doctor's astonished face as he read my incredible new glucose readings in disbelief. And best of all, a life where I could play with my grandkids all day with energy to burn and feel super confident and happy about what my future held. In a minute, I'll share this powerful glucose balancing breakfast ritual with you so you can easily hit the reset button on your blood sugar too and enjoy the same age-defying freedom, vitality, and zest for life for yourself. When you do what it says at the end of this video in a few minutes' time, just imagine being free to do what you want. Imagine throwing your meds in the trash because your type 2 diabetes has gone into remission, feeling younger, super energetic, full of vitality, lean and confident in yourself again. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or how advanced your condition is. It makes no difference if you feel you're too old or if your erratic numbers have been bothering you for 2 months or even 20 years. You'll get compliments on how great you look for your age. And you'll feel so good to never even think about spending a fortune on treatments, tasteless diet meals, or painful insulin jabs again. Not only can this powerful glucose balancing solution start resetting your blood sugar levels in a few hours, it also fires up your metabolism, energy, and even your sex drive, all while melting off those excess pounds, allowing you to enjoy delicious foods day after day. You may think you've heard it all before when it comes to your blood sugar, but you don't know about this because it's something brand new that's completely unknown to the public. And you'll only hear about it right here and now. And I promise you, you will be shocked, maybe even outraged, when I show you the scientific proof that a major new cause of your high blood sugar could be something completely different to what you've been told all your life. See, you may believe the true cause of this debilitating condition to be the carbs or the sugar you eat, being lazy, overweight, your genetics, or a lack of exercise. That's what the $250 billion diabetes industry desperately wants you to believe, so you keep handing over your hard-earned cash for their expensive treatments. But as you'll see in a minute, it's a lot more to do with a tiny but disturbing foreign compound buried deep in your liver right now. A compound that severely destabilizes your glucose levels, according to breakthrough new research from the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences and Harvard University Center for the Environment. And the good news is, when you flush out this tiny compound with the powerful rapid solution I'm about to reveal in this short video, you can hit the reset button on your blood sugar in a matter of days or even a few hours, just like I did. Put simply, this is the missing piece of the puzzle. It's now scientifically proven by top institutions to cause type 2 diabetes in millions. And it's the reason why so many of us struggle with keeping our blood sugar under control even when we do everything right. Which is why it's so important that you watch all of this short video right now. I'll only be sharing it for a limited time, and it could get taken down any moment. The diabetes industry is furious about it and has already shut it down twice. I have no idea how much longer it'll stay up, so be sure to pay close attention to every word. And do what I say at the end of this video, because I'll also reveal a little-known but potentially deadly side effect of a diabetes medication that you're probably taking every day. This highly risky side effect could suddenly strike at any moment, and one crooked pharma company was even caught trying to cover it up. The solution I'm about to show you is not some new pill. It's not a restrictive diet or a workout plan. It's something very different that you've never seen before. It's far more powerful. Now, you may be feeling skeptical right now. You may think this sounds far-fetched, and that's understandable. It's exactly how I felt too. But give me just 3 minutes and you'll see this powerful solution with your own eyes, as well as the rock-solid scientific proof behind it. Then, well, it'll be up to you to decide. Quite honestly, what warms my heart is when people send me messages out of the blue that tell me how this solution changed their lives.
The doctor telling me I'm not even diabetic anymore. Wow! Can you imagine how good that felt? My friends, they're now joking that I'm the young one in the group.
I love being able to spend more time with my family and friends without having to worry about what I can and cannot eat.
I've lost almost 30 pounds and it stays off. My usual elevated blood sugar levels are now normal and my energy has improved. And I've got my sex drive back.
Over the last 3 months, I'm down an amazing 32 pounds. My life has changed so dramatically and my children have a healthier mommy that can enjoy life with them.
It's only been a few weeks and my blood sugar levels are looking great.
Wonderful to see, isn't it? Before you free yourself from your erratic blood sugar, I should introduce myself. My name's Robert Ashwood, and I'm from a small town outside MacArthur, Ohio. I worked as a quality control engineer most of my life. I was involved in formulating and quality for pharmaceutical conglomerates for 14 years. That's when I found out about some shocking hidden side effects of the diabetes medication you're probably taking daily. Some big pharma companies tried to hide these disturbing findings from the public, but I'll reveal them in a minute for you. As I said, my own life was nearly ended by type 2, but I fought back, and these days I have the healthiest, stable numbers I've ever known. So nowadays, I dedicate much of my time giving back and helping others who suffer from blood sugar problems. I want you to know there's a way out of this. You'll see how in a moment. I'm 63 years old, a proud father of 3 and grandfather of 4 wonderful grandchildren, all aged between 2 and 8 years old. I'm married to my wonderful wife, Patricia, whose love and support helped me survive this terrible ordeal. Because, believe me, I know what it's like. The sleepless nights, worried sick about your erratic numbers, your heart health, your declining eyesight. The skin infections, the sharp stabs and tingles in your feet, and the low energy. It's the feeling that you're a burden on your family and on society, and the judgmental look on your doctor's face. That's why I'm here talking to you today. Because when you do what I say in a minute, you'll be able to look your doc straight in the eye and show them how you defied your high glucose levels in weeks or even days. Something that he or she never succeeded in doing. You see, I know how you feel. I've been there and seen it all. I was 56 back when it all started. With our 3 kids having flown the nest and the house paid off, Patricia and I were enjoying life and the new freedom we had. We'd head out on dinner dates at restaurants and fun weekend trips away. We'd go hiking in beautiful southern Ohio, spend a weekend at the lake, or visit our son Mike in Columbus. We were enjoying life, but I had honestly no idea something was about to hit me like a truck. One Saturday morning that fall, we woke up early to head out hiking in the hills. It was one of those misty fall mornings. It was a delight to breathe in the fresh morning air, and the colors were beautiful. We set off on our hike, but pretty soon I started feeling strange. I was thirsty and hungry the whole time, and my energy was sapping out of me. I couldn't keep up with Patricia. My eyesight was suffering, and I kept stumbling over the bumps and dips on our trail. Then towards the end, I suddenly tripped, my head narrowly missing a rock. When we got home, it didn't take Dr. Alexander long to figure out what was up. I had severely erratic blood sugar, and, well, you know the rest. I was officially a type 2 diabetic. My condition was pretty advanced. I'd been walking around like a ticking time bomb with my numbers all out of control. It was a vicious punch to the gut. Because, how the heck could this have happened to me, of all people? I was always the healthy one. I watched what I ate. I was more active than anyone I knew. I did everything right. You need to eat healthy and exercise more, Dr. Alexander told me, as if I were a kid who ate too much candy. He gave me a prescription and some doctor nutrition guidelines for controlling my glucose. So, like most folks, I went all in. I took my meds daily. I ate the whole grain foods and fruits that doctors recommended and followed those nutrition guidelines to the letter. I was going to beat this thing. But to my shock and disbelief, by the time my next checkup rolled around 6 months later, my sugar levels had gotten worse instead of better. What's more, I'd put on a few pounds of flab around my gut. Your numbers will get steadily worse each year, Dr. Alexander told me without even looking at me. I see it all the time. But I've been doing everything you told me, I replied. How could this be possible? But he didn't answer. Instead, he handed me my prescription with a higher dose. This went on for another couple of years, my dosage increasing as my glucose levels became steadily more erratic. And along with the higher doses came the sugar cravings, bloating, embarrassing gas, disturbed sleep, annoying belly fat, and even kidney pains. What's more, it's kind of embarrassing, and the doctor may not tell you this, but I found I simply could not be intimate with my wife anymore, no matter what I tried. We'd always had a passionate relationship, but since starting these daily meds, I felt like less of a man. I'd become softer, fatter, older, and less energetic, and my memory was shot to pieces. And even if Patricia was understanding, we both knew that this was no good for us. She wanted her man back, and who could blame her? I started losing confidence in myself and wondering if even my kids thought I was useless. I was 50 pounds overweight, half the man I used to be. My energy was in shreds, and I was barely getting through my workdays. I'd see younger guys, and I'd miss the good times I would have at their age. Even my grandkids knew something was up. "Granddad, you don't play with us no more," Grace told me with her super cute little pout. What was I supposed to tell her? She knew something was wrong with Pops, but she was too young to understand. I felt guilty about letting my family down, and I was worried about the future. My feet were so infected with nasty ulcers, the doc started talking about amputation. My left kidney was 2 weeks from shutting down. My heart health had suddenly deteriorated for no reason I could understand. I'd always dreamed my retirement would be full of joy and happiness, my golden years. Now I felt like it'd be full of suffering, misery, and pain. And what really got me was, I'd done everything right. I knew deep down there had to be something out there that would help me. You may have felt that way too, like there's a missing piece of the puzzle out there. And one day I discovered something surprising which gave me hope. I started finding articles from the British Diabetes Support Centers about a Dr. Roy Taylor from Newcastle University in England. This doctor had helped thousands of folks like me become diabetes-free, sometimes in only weeks. Thousands of other men and women over there were going ahead and reversing their type 2 by following his methods, without meds. And the media weren't scared to report these things over there, unlike here in the US. Which may explain why we here in the US are still becoming more diabetic each year. It made no sense to me that my doctor's advice was worsening my condition instead of making it better, all while emptying my bank account. I knew something was deeply wrong. But as a quality control engineer in the pharma industry at the time, I had an advantage they didn't know about. I was in a prime position to dig deeper into the pharma industry's internal reporting that they never share with the public. And that's when I stumbled on some disturbing statistics. Before I show you this solution that instantly targets your erratic blood sugar and burns off fat while supporting healthy arteries and brain performance, it's super important you hear this. According to the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, 93% of erratic blood sugar sufferers are at high risk of fatal events such as sudden heart attacks or strokes in the next 10 years of life. One doctor in the study said it's because of an increase in artery blockages. Can you imagine your poor heart struggling to pump that syrup-like blood through your arteries? And do you care about your eyesight? I certainly do. And yet this condition can eventually lead to degenerative eyesight and even blindness for some. As many as 40% of us end up with retinopathy. I'd noticed my eyesight was gradually worsening, and I'd almost smashed into a motorbike a couple of weeks back. Now I knew why. And I'll bet your bottom dollar you care about your brain health and memory. Yet according to Harvard Medical School, your risk of severely debilitating brain health gets much higher with a type 2 diagnosis. I shuddered as I imagined myself walking around like an empty shell, even forgetting my own name. And there's a shocking 15 times increased chance the doctors will have to amputate a limb, meaning you're left with nothing but a stump. These facts about high blood sugar and having a stump, it made my blood turn cold. That night, I woke up in a cold sweat. I'd been dreaming about a surgeon hacking my leg off. While I was aware of it all, I could hear the electric saw buzzing harshly as it sawed through my bone. And if these stats worry you, you'll be stunned when you hear about the pharma companies who sell us our treatments. These are the same people your doctor trusts. For starters, one corrupt pharma company tried to cover up a lethal cancer-causing agent present in metformin as recently as 2020. Fortunately, some people noticed and launched a class action lawsuit. Then there was a mass metformin recall as the FDA finally accepted the potential dangers that this batch posed to millions. And did you know metformin has a horrible side effect that can deplete levels of the B12 vitamin? According to Harvard Medical School, low B12 can lead to poor memory recall, feelings of sadness, fatigue, and disturbing heart palpitations. So that might explain why I felt so run down. And did you ever wonder why insulin was so darn expensive? According to a study from 2018, insulin prices have doubled since 2012. This class action lawsuit against 4 big pharma companies accused of price-fixing insulin may help you understand why. Can you imagine those greedy pharma bosses meeting up in secret to fix high insulin prices and scam us all? They probably laugh as they check their bank balances each morning. Now, look, I'm not saying you should stop your medication or insulin. What I am saying is they see us as nothing more than a cash cow. And I was disgusted when I found all this out. All I'd ever done was follow the doc's advice to the letter, taking my meds daily. And my numbers had gotten worse instead of better. These meds only ever treat the symptoms of erratic blood sugar and will never target the condition itself. Now look, I want you to know I'm not having a pity party here. I'm just a regular guy who went through a hard time with his erratic blood sugar. I'm probably just like you. It's important you know it doesn't have to be this way at all, because thousands of others have freed themselves from this terrible condition too with the powerful ritual I'm about to share in a moment. I figured the real cause had to be something else, something different. And this is how it happened. One warm evening in late June that year, our friends Mark and Amy invited us to a barbecue their neighbors were having. The hosts were a wonderful family from India. We joined them in their backyard, and it was the perfect evening for a barbecue, which I enjoy as much as the next man. The food was just delicious. They made crunchy onion bhajis, spicy samosas, and tasty tandoori chicken burgers. I sure enjoyed every mouthful. And I soon got talking to their son, whose name was Sunil. He was a bright young guy, very interesting and friendly. He'd recently graduated with a medical degree and, having been away on a placement, was home for a few weeks visiting his parents. He'd spent 6 months in India and Nepal studying some of the healthiest local populations in the world. And even though rates of modern health scourges were on the rise in these Asian countries, there were still some remote mountainous villages where everyone was in excellent health at all ages. It was his job to find out why these villagers seemed completely immune to conditions like erratic blood sugar, high blood pressure, obesity, or cholesterol. These problems were simply unknown in these villages. Everyone there was super healthy, lean, energetic, and happy, right into old age. What are they doing that's so different? I asked him. Well, the men and women in these villages don't do anything special like exercise or follow a strict diet, Sunil told me. They just do one thing each morning, which means they maintain the healthiest blood sugar levels of anywhere in the world, all while protecting themselves from deadly conditions. They burn off excess belly fat with no effort and stay sharp, lean, and strong right through to very old age, with powerful immunity protecting them, he added. They drink a breakfast tea each morning brewed from a local plant called gurmar. And when they drink their gurmar tea each morning, it produces a powerful glucose-burning reaction in their body that lasts all day. The tea triggers an internal reaction, which means their body converts their sugar to energy at a super rapid rate. It fuels their body with powerful natural energy, all while maintaining balanced glucose levels and even burning off any fat. And with their healthy blood sugar levels, they maintain healthy arteries, a healthy heart and brain, and they don't put on an ounce of weight. It even neutralizes the toxins filtering in through food and water that most of us are now heavily exposed to. I felt excited to hear this, but I still wasn't sure. I wanted to see for myself. "How can I try this tea for myself?" I asked him. He smiled, then he disappeared for a few minutes. When he came back, he had a name and number on a piece of paper. "Call this doctor," he said. "He'll show you how to get this tea for yourself. Good luck, my friend." The next few days, I didn't call the doctor. I was thinking about this tea instead. Was it really legit? I wasn't sure, but if it was, it could change my entire life. So I got to work researching to find out more about it. The scientific name for Gurmar is Gymnema sylvestre. In the Hindi language, Gurmar actually means destroyer of sugar. It's been used as a blood sugar balancing remedy for thousands of years in India, where they grow it in their villages. Well, this sounded exciting to me, so I called Dr. Anjum. Every day I called. After 1 month of calling every day, I started to think this guy didn't exist after all. Heck, maybe I was an idiot to have believed it. Then one day, a woman finally picked up the phone. Her accent was thick and the line was bad, but I somehow managed to get the doctor's cell number from her. You better bet I called him right away. On our video call, Dr. Anjum told me he was 70 years old, but it was astonishing. He looked closer to 50 and was lean, sharp, and bright-eyed. I felt embarrassed that he was in such good health compared to me. At first, he was pretty reluctant to talk, but when I mentioned Sunil's name, he suddenly broke out into a big, warm smile and started telling me all about his passion, which was keeping the locals healthy and strong right into old age. When he spoke, it was like floods of wisdom and knowledge were flowing from him. The first thing to know, Robert, is that the root cause of your deadly high blood sugar is not so much the carbs or sugar you eat, your weight, or your genetics, like the $250 billion diabetes industry wants you to believe, he said. Instead, it's these newly discovered compounds called diabetogens that are building up in your body and your bloodstream. Diabetogens are foreign chemicals that lock up your insulin receptors and destabilize your blood sugar regulating hormones. These chemical compounds were introduced to the public in the late 1950s, which was exactly when type 2 diabetes levels started increasing. Before the 50s, almost nobody even knew what type 2 diabetes was. You get diabetogens from diet food, plastics, water, and the air, and they're now at dangerously high levels in the bodies of millions of men and women with high blood sugar. Studies from Johns Hopkins University have confirmed it. When diabetogens build up in your body, usually after the age of 40, they attack an important hormone called glucagon, like peptide-1 or GLP-1. GLP-1's a newly discovered hormone that's super important for diabetics because it burns up the sugar and carbs that you eat as energy instead of storing it as fat. And when it gets attacked by these toxins, the glucose that's streaming into your blood can no longer be converted to energy. Your blood sugar levels spike, especially after eating, and create insulin resistance. That's a dangerous condition where your cells can't take in the glucose from your blood. Your liver can only hold so much glucose, so it converts the rest to toxic white fat that gets stored in your problem areas and clogs up your organs, especially your pancreas. Think of it like pouring water too fast into a bucket. The bucket overflows and the water spills all over the floor, making a big mess. It's the same when GLP-1 isn't working right. Glucose pours into your blood too fast and then spills out of your liver, spiking your blood sugar, then converting to fat, making a big mess in your body. This fat clogs up your organs, heart, and arteries and causes you to gain weight around your belly, butt, hips, arms, and face. Your glucose levels shoot sky high, even if you do everything right like low-carb dieting and exercise. To make matters worse, you inflame your arteries with inflammatory fat clusters, which increase your risk of sudden heart attacks and deadly strokes. Sorry to say, but the longer this vicious circle continues, the higher your blood sugar levels go. Meaning, unless you act immediately, your blood sugar levels could skyrocket out of control. This is what happened when you suddenly dropped into a coma, Robert. Your glucose levels got so high, your body shut down. Now, it's important to understand that your high blood sugar is not so much about what you're eating. It's not your fault. Instead, it's down to these foreign diabetogen chemicals that are attacking your blood sugar hormones, preventing you from using that glucose. These new substances are impossible to avoid. They can even come from supposedly healthy vegetables like spinach and kale, as well as from air pollution and drinking water. We're all exposed to them, but they affect some more than others, depending on body type and genetics. So, type 2 diabetes is not really caused by being overweight like my doctor said? I asked. Doctors and big pharma try to blame your high blood sugar on your weight or lifestyle because it's easy, he replied. However, a study out of Korea recently revealed that overweight people have no increased risk of type 2 diabetes as long as they don't have high levels of diabetogens. Meaning, you can be overweight, but as long as you don't have these diabetogen toxins in your blood, your risk of type 2 diabetes is basically zero. The good news is, once you get rid of them, you get rid of your type 2 diabetes. I was shocked. I was always told that your weight and blood sugar went hand in hand. But the truth is, you only get high blood sugar if you have these disgusting chemicals in your body. But I still needed to know more. How come no doctor ever told me about these new substances that screw up my blood sugar? I asked him. Many doctors know about diabetogens causing diabetes in millions, he replied. But doctors are trained from day one of medical school to prescribe medication for symptoms instead of targeting the root cause. Pharma companies sponsor medical schools so they can push their pro-medication agenda on doctors. The last thing they want is for you to get rid of your blood sugar problems, because it'd mean they'd lose a customer for life. And that's why 30 million suffer from type 2 diabetes, with an estimated 100 million pre-diabetics in the USA alone. And it's projected to get much worse. Now, the good news is when you drink this tea each day, you don't have to be part of their statistics. You'll power up your natural blood sugar regulating GLP-1 levels each morning. You'll burn up that excess glucose as energy and hit the reset on your numbers. You light up your inner furnace and your energy levels skyrocket. You'll enjoy delicious meals again because you'll be converting every last ounce that you eat to energy immediately. You know those people who can eat anything like pizzas, burgers, soda, and ice cream and still maintain healthy blood sugar while staying lean and energetic? Well, they're not special. It just means their GLP-1 hormone is activated. That's all. I reminded Dr. Anjum I wasn't a spring chicken. I couldn't do what younger people did, and I hoped his method didn't involve intense workouts or some awful starvation diet. Dr. Anjum kindly reassured me that this powerful tea worked for people of all ages, young and old. It would immediately start to reset my blood sugar levels and get them in the healthy zone while burning away belly fat. Dangerous, intense exercises, fasting, and dieting are certainly not recommended, he said. Then he joked I'd better be ready for a strong boost in sex drive that was coming my way. It felt good to hear his words, and I thanked him for his help. Dr. Anjum gave me the full tea recipe, which contained a few other plants that I'd never heard of. With my research background, it was easy for me to check them out, and I was blown away by what I found when I got home. These incredible plants in the Indian tea combine to do all the heavy lifting to balance blood sugar levels, especially after eating. But they're also a powerful weapon against these diabetogens, the chemicals that destabilize blood sugar levels. In the Hindi language, gurmar, the main ingredient, actually translates as destroyer of sugar. The gurmar plant has been used in Indian medicine for thousands of years to lower high blood sugar, fight cardiovascular troubles, and increase energy. What's great is it's proven by scientists to balance blood sugar, lower triglycerides, and even balance cholesterol. It jumpstarts your pancreas into action, and it gets rid of dangerous sweet cravings by blocking sugar taste receptors. So that was why those villagers had never even heard of high blood sugar, heart disease, or cholesterol. I imagined getting both my blood sugar and cholesterol under control easily and quickly. Oh, what a dream that'd be. What I saw next blew wide open everything I'd ever been told about high blood sugar. The tea also contained banaba leaves, and when I looked up the scientific information on them, I found it super interesting. Banaba leaves promote glucose uptake, which means that they take sugar out of your blood and into your muscles, so you burn off glucose as energy. They even help block fat cell formation and growth. And they contain a powerful plant chemical called phenols, which neutralize the diabetogens that derail your blood sugar levels. And this was astonishing because the next ingredient was yarrow herb, which also targets dangerous free radical diabetogens, all while balancing blood sugar. Because, as you know, a huge root cause of high blood sugar is these diabetogens. Can you imagine taking out the root cause of your high blood sugar? It'd be like finally removing the blockage from a drain that's been clogged for years. Everything will suddenly work perfectly again. Oh, and one more potent plant in the sugar-destroying gurmar tea is one that you may have heard of called bitter melon. It's used in Asia to stabilize glucose by helping your body better use the sugar in your tissues, meaning it shifts glucose out of your blood and into your cells for energy. And the fifth and final ingredient is cinnamon bark powder, which supports super healthy blood sugar by doing the job of insulin and increasing glucose transport into cells even more. It even burns off extra fat from your body. How great is that? Dr. Anjum added a note saying how important it was to use only the exact quantities of each herb, meaning that you can't just go around and mix these ingredients up and hope for the best. They'd need to be measured out in precise amounts. That's what creates the powerful synergistic effect that forces your body to burn up excess glucose. Now, you might be wondering why my doctor or your doctor hasn't mentioned GLP-1, the glucose-regulating hormone that Dr. Anjum spoke about. The reason is simple. This hormone has only just been discovered. Breaking research shows that it's now seen as the new wonder hormone to beat both type 2 diabetes and obesity permanently, according to Harvard. What's more, Big Pharma is desperately trying to get their dirty hands on it by making even more side effect-filled drugs. I realized I needed to get started right away before the Big Pharma shills tried to patent this formula and ban anyone else from using it. I went to bed that night exhausted but happy after discovering these most amazing God-given plants. And before I fell asleep, I made the most important decision of my life. I would find those 5 plants and then take them daily for 30 days, as Sunil had told me. As you'll see in a minute, making this decision ultimately saved my life, ended my blood sugar suffering, and restored my energy, zest, and health to optimum levels. But it was a lot harder than I thought. It took a lot of work to track down these exotic plants, and it cost me several $100s. A few weeks later, I had the plant extracts in my hands. After some careful weighing and measuring, I was finally able to brew them up as a tea. The only problem was this tea took 60 minutes to make. So I made a whole batch each Sunday afternoon for the week ahead. And what I noticed from the very first day after drinking it was that I had absolutely no sugar cravings. I'd always thought craving sweet food was just something that happened. Yet this tea made it a whole lot easier to stick to foods that kept my glucose level stable. Suddenly, everything became effortless. The tea was helping shift glucose to my cells, and I noticed a pleasurable energy boost just 2 days in. Boy, did it feel good. I hadn't felt this energetic in years. I also felt cleaner and lighter. My digestion became a whole lot smoother, and I noticed the fat around my belly starting to peel off. I didn't dare check my numbers for the first week. After all, what if it wasn't working? But I finally did check, and I was astonished to see a huge drop in my numbers toward the healthy zone in just that first week. I couldn't believe it, so I called Sunil to ask if it was normal. Your body is responding in the right way by balancing glucose levels, he told me. Thanks to this tea, you're now shifting much more glucose out of your blood and into your cells where you use it as pure energy. The tea has a 1-2 punch action. First, it helps flush out the toxins that are attacking your insulin receptor sites. Then, it assists your insulin in moving sugar out of your blood and into your muscles. As an added bonus, it even cuts out sugar cravings. It all seemed so effortless, and it only took a few weeks to get my numbers completely stable and healthy again, and to burn off nearly all that tiresome fat. I couldn't believe it. Have you ever struggled with something for years, believing it to be hard or maybe even impossible, only for it to be super easy and fast when you know exactly how? Well, that's what happened to me. This tea was flushing out diabetogens, meaning my body could regulate my own glucose better. And it was helping shift excess glucose from my blood to my muscles. That gave me the wonderful new surge of energy and the stable, healthy numbers I'd been dreaming of for years. To my delight, the infection in my feet soon cleared up. The tingling nerve pain went away. My kidney health improved in weeks. My sleep got deeper, and amazingly, the worrying heart palpitations I'd been getting eased off. I'm a naturally skeptical guy too, and to be honest, I didn't believe this would work even after seeing all the scientific proof behind it. But I figured that I had a chance, so I gave it a shot. And boy, am I glad I did. With my cravings gone and my embarrassing fat belly shrinking, I felt more confident and became active again. I noticed people reacting better to me, smiling and treating me really well. My memory soon became sharp as a tack. I went and got myself new jeans and shirts and felt proud when friends told me I looked 10 years younger. With my numbers right down in the healthy range, it felt so good to eat out at restaurants and go on long hikes again. I'd eat my favorite foods like pasta, hot dogs, cinnamon buns, warm apple pie, and ice cream, yet I had no problem controlling my appetite or my glucose levels. Can you imagine how great it'd feel for you to get back to eating all those delicious foods like you used to? But I had a problem looming. The plants I used to make Gurmar tea were becoming pricier and harder to source. I started to worry I'd run out. So that's when I decided to call Sunil for some help. I have to say, this young man was a godsend. He put me right in touch with professional formulators and an expert FDA-approved facility right here in the U.S. who could source all of these plants from highly trustworthy suppliers. I called a few, and in the end, I had 5 different professionals who wanted in on this project. I chose to work with Alan Sterling, a professor from Scotland. He'd studied at top schools and was one of the warmest, friendliest guys I'd met. He'd worked with top athletes and even some celebrities here in the U.S. that you may know by name. He had a whole team of expert researchers who came up with some great ideas. First, instead of chopping up the plants and brewing up tea, I could take the formula as a simple capsule each morning. The doses in the capsule would be measured in concentrated clinical amounts and verified for potency and purity. Second, as well as the 5 powerful plants that target diabetogens and support healthy insulin and blood sugar, Alan added even more nutrients for my health to the formula to strengthen results. He included biotin, a powerful vitamin which helps you metabolize fats, carbs, and protein, and increases the activity of blood sugar regulating enzymes. Licorice root, which contains a substance that works to balance blood sugar and support a healthy inflammation response. Juniper berry, a powerful antioxidant to help flush out toxins and stabilize glucose. Chromium, a mineral from Brazil nuts which is proven by Harvard Medical School to support healthy blood sugar. Cayenne, which according to bioscience reports, trims off unwanted fat around the midsection even when you do nothing else. And finally, a special blend of magnesium, zinc, and essential vitamins that are so often lacking in most of us type 2 sufferers. These amazing minerals help boost energy and help us get a deep, refreshing sleep each night. They also support healthy immunity, which is like you'll be wearing a powerful, invisible cloak to protect you against nasty viruses that, as we all know, can be instantly fatal. All in all, along with the powerful core plants I'd started out with, I now had another 14 bonus nutrients to make the formula far more powerful. I couldn't believe my luck. It had taken 7 long months, but we were finally there. Alan and the team said it'd be the most powerful tool to balance blood sugar ever made, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could even completely wipe out this deadly high glucose epidemic worldwide. Along with that, it'd be the easiest to take. But he reminded me that you can't just find these nutrients and take them how you want. They have to be combined in the precise quantities to create a powerful blood sugar balancing catalyst effect you need. I simply took 2 capsules each morning with water, and I could finally enjoy the stable glucose and fat-burning high all day long. I felt so good at work to be sharp, full of energy, and ready to go again. No longer was I the guy who had to worry about what I ate and feel scared of the future. The nightmares about collapses, amputation, and heart attacks disappeared. I felt so much more confident, full of zest, and youthful. I have to say, things got a lot better at home when my sex drive came back, and thank God it did, because it revived our marriage. You'll see how great it feels yourself when the same happens to you. Patricia and I got our love life back, I'm delighted to say, and that meant a whole lot of romance and happiness for us again. A few weeks later, I finally got around to seeing Dr. Alexander. He had his usual bored expression as though he'd seen it all before. But to watch his face turn to outright astonishment as he read through my numbers, well, that was something to behold. "I didn't expect this, Robert," he finally admitted. "Your glucose levels have somehow become as healthy as anyone I've ever seen over 60. Your blood pressure is looking like that of a fit man in his 30s. And I can see you physically look a lot better after dropping all that weight. Listen, I'm not sure what you've done, but it's working." I laughed out loud at his shocked expression. I'd broken free from the shackles of high blood sugar, meds, and painful finger pricks, something he failed to do in 7 long years. I danced a victory jig as I left his clinic that day. For the first time in years, it felt so good to be free, to be in full control of my health, my future. Can you imagine how great that'd feel for you? I mean, you simply can't put a price on your doctor giving you the all clear. Patricia was ecstatic. "I just knew you could do it." She smiled, and we hugged for what felt like an eternity, tears of joy streaming down our faces. I was finally free from this nightmare. The next morning, I called Alan Sterling to give him the incredible news, and I could hear the excitement in his voice. "We have to celebrate this. Let me take you to lunch," he said cheerfully. We met at a local restaurant later that day, and while enjoying our food, we decided that we couldn't keep this breakthrough to ourselves. And considering the many millions of people worldwide who were suffering from erratic blood sugar levels, it was not only necessary, it was absolutely vital that we share it. I simply couldn't live with myself if I didn't share this with you. Within a day, we had hundreds of people dying to test it out. We carefully selected all kinds of people, men and women of all ages, right from those who had struggled the most for decades and were sick and tired of their condition to those who had only just found out. They took the formula for 3 months to test drive it fully. I wasn't expecting it, but their results, they blew me away. Men and women aged 25 to 85 were coming out with the most amazing readings they'd had in years. One 68-year-old man who'd struggled for 22 years was shocked that he'd finally freed himself. He was down at 110 and was ecstatic. Others reported losing 30, 40, or 50 pounds and looking and feeling their best in decades. They supported healthy cholesterol, blood pressure, and heart health, and astonishing their doctors with their results. They'd thrown out their meds. Within a few weeks of starting, they were looking and feeling much younger than their actual ages. They suddenly had enough energy to play with their children and grandchildren for hours on end. Their transformations were so impressive that their friends and family were desperate to find out what their secret was. Patricia said we should tell my story and make it easy for folks to get their hands on this once-in-a-lifetime powerful solution to support blood sugar. I wasn't sure if we could, but then she showed me the hundreds of desperate messages that we'd received from people begging us for it, and I knew we had to do something for them. So we put up this website to make it quick and easy for people to get their hands on this formula, which is now helping thousands of men and women free themselves. We call our solution Glucose Switch Advanced because it's just as easy as flipping a switch. You can flip that switch and support healthy glucose levels without the side effects or horrible meds or miserable restrictive diets. Can you imagine your doctor telling you you're free? How would that feel? Or how about throwing your meds in the trash for good? No more insulin, pinpricks, or side effects. No more draining your bank account on expensive treatments. No more worries about sudden heart attacks, strokes, or blindness. Having the energy and confidence to go hiking, swimming, cycling, playing with your grandkids all day, then eating delicious foods at the restaurant in the evening. How about losing 30, 50, or 60 pounds like I did? Friends, coworkers, and family members will be astonished by your breakthrough. Some will be begging to know your secret. Just think how much fun your retirement will be. Like a dream. Now, it's good to know that Glucose Switch is completely safe, powerful, and effective. It contains only the purest, most powerful nutrients available on the planet. And for your safety, it's entirely free of stimulants and harmful toxins. Glucose Switch is made with care and under supervision right here in the USA, and our FDA-approved, completely safe, professional good manufacturing practices, GMP-certified facility. Now, maybe you're still not sure Glucose Switch could have the same powerful effect on your blood sugar. Maybe you're still a little skeptical about it, and I get that. And that's why I backed up Glucose Switch with the most solid, reliable guarantee you can find anywhere. It's also fully guaranteed for a whole year and delivered fast to your front door. There's no need to change your diet or follow an extreme exercise plan. All you do is take the non-GMO vegetarian capsules each morning and go happily about your day. 94,319 people have already got crazy impressive results from Glucose Switch. It really is that easy, and you can get started today. By now, you must be wondering what a fair price would be to finally keep your glucose levels under control, and to be able to enjoy a carefree, healthy, and happy life once again. To be able to enjoy a tasty meal or even a dessert without having to worry about the damage your spiking blood sugar might be causing to your organs. To feel that delight as you melt your extra weight with minimal effort and return to the healthy and vibrant body that you had 20 years ago. To have a more intimate relationship with your spouse and experience a better, more satisfying love life. To get up in the morning feeling on top of the world with energy to burn. Because you can experience these wonderful life-transforming results when you give Glucose Switch a try today. Imagine how it's going to feel when you get the good news from your doctor like I did. Imagine being free from the harmful side effects of prescription medication as you watch your glucose readings stabilize in the super healthy zone. How much would that be worth to you? What are you willing to pay for that reassurance and confidence? I think you'll agree that the pure bliss of a longer and happier life is beyond any dollar amount, especially as you'll save tens of thousands in medical expenses. You can experience complete peace of mind knowing that you support healthy blood sugar levels that put a big smile on your face, while you enjoy life with your family and experience a burst of new energy, a trim, younger body, and sharper mind, all for $69 for 30-day supply. Yeah, you heard right. Click below and choose the package that's best for you. While testing Glucose Switch, Alan Sterling discovered that the longer you take it, the more powerful the effect is. During your first 30 days, you start supporting healthy levels, which feels wonderful. This is because you shift more glucose from your blood and into your cells where it gets used as energy. Your digestion will become smoother and your cravings will become a thing of the past. You start to drop weight without any extra effort. You wake up with a positive mood and have enough energy to take you through the day. But for you to experience the deepest, most powerful transformation that Glucose Switch can provide, you should take it for at least 90 days or longer. And that's why on both the 3-month and 6-month packages of Glucose Switch, I've dropped the price down to bulk discount for you, so that you can experience the maximum benefits for as low as $1.63 a day. Just think, $1.63 a day for all those wonderful benefits. Scientific studies show that the best health benefits from ingredients in the formula reach their peak around the 90-day mark, and they stay there for the months that follow, meaning a 3 or 6 month supply of Glucose Switch is the ultimate solution to support healthy glucose, trim off belly fat, and provide a whole range of pleasurable, confidence-boosting health benefits. All you need to do to take advantage of these incredible deep discounts on 3 and 6 month supplies is click below and choose the package that's best for you. Below this video right now, you'll see 3 incredible money-saving options. Click on your best choice. If Glucose Switch is still in stock, you'll be taken to the next screen, which looks like this, where you enter your details and complete your order. After that, you can simply sit back and relax while our friendly warehouse team takes care of the rest. Your order will be priority shipped and delivered to your doorstep in just a few short days. It's a single one-time payment. There are no hidden charges and no auto-ship subscriptions because I dislike those as much as you do. I'm passionate about helping you get better, and that's why I've put my life and soul into creating an online coaching community for diabetics to help you get all the innovative strategies to keep your blood sugar under check for good. You'll get free VIP membership for life when you order Glucose Switch, and you'll get as much help as you need from our online coaches who'll assist you every step of the way. You'll get ready-made recipes, energy-boosting smoothies, delicious fat-burning dinners, anti-aging herbs and minerals, powerful 24-hour blood sugar balancing strategies, and much, much more. Our coaches will be ready to help you with any question you have. You get that lifetime free membership with any order of Glucose Switch today. There's no catch. I told you I want to give back and help as much as I can. That's why this free lifetime membership is yours with any order of Glucose Switch. Click below and choose the package that's best for you. Look, I know that not everyone is ready for the rapid life-transforming effect that only Glucose Switch can provide. Some people might find the transformation too much to handle, and if that's the case, then Glucose Switch just isn't for you, and that's fine with me. The choice is yours to make after all. I just don't want you missing out on something that could change your entire life, giving you back quality years to spend with the ones you love, and having the energy and zest for life to enjoy every moment. If you're still not quite sure if you should go ahead with this, let me make it super simple for you. I want to make this the easiest decision that you've ever made and wipe away any doubts you might still have. I've decided to make your purchase today completely risk-free. So when you make the right decision and invest in Glucose Switch today, you'll get a rock-solid 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee for a full 365 days. Yep, you heard that right. I'm so completely confident that Glucose Switch will change your life that I'm taking all the risk on myself. If Glucose Switch doesn't support healthy blood sugar and turn your life around completely, I don't want your money, and you'll get every cent back, even if you use up the entire bottle. You just contact our super friendly customer service for a full no questions asked refund. Here are their contact details so you can see we're a real company that you can trust. Acting right now will put you back in the driver's seat, enabling you to take control of your body to reclaim your health and your natural vitality once again. And all you need to do is click below to get started. If you change your mind or if you're not blown away by the results, remember, you get a full 365 days to decide. That's an entire year to see what works for you. 365 days is more than enough because most people see positive results in the first week or month. I want to make it completely risk-free so you feel safe when you order from this completely secure website. The order process is fully secure and encrypted and uses the same technology used by your bank or Amazon. Your order is completely safe with us. You can call or email our customer service at any time you like. Hey, we're here to help. The decision is all yours to make. I don't want you to miss out on this. It's far too valuable. Click on your best glucose switch option below and have it delivered to your front door in a few short days. Then you can relax as you're covered by our rock-solid money-back guarantee for a full 12 months. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain here. But keep in mind, you will only find Glucose Switch right here on this website. It won't be available anywhere else. And Glucose Switch is now in high demand, helping tens of thousands of Americans get the life-changing results they'd been dreaming of for years. While this is wonderful and while it makes me feel good to help others, it also means we run out of stock of these ingredients frequently. So to lock in this VIP offer and secure your supply of Glucose Switch for the next few months, order today. The last thing I'd want is for you to return to this page tomorrow and see an out-of-stock sign on Glucose Switch. Or imagine we've had to double prices due to the powerful rare ingredients becoming scarce. This is something that happens all the time. I don't want this to happen to you. Which is why it makes a lot of sense for you to click below to order now and start transforming your life today, starting with getting healthy blood sugar levels. Remember, you unlock a boatload of pleasurable health benefits when you support healthy blood sugar. Erratic blood sugar levels can lead to excessive hunger or thirst, blurred vision, lack of energy, skin infections, unwanted fat, and low energy. When you support healthy glucose levels, you automatically trigger a domino effect to improve many other aspects of your health in the weeks that follow. And it feels amazing to see that belly fat melting away and your energy returning. How about reversing your type 2 diabetes completely? Did you know that's absolutely possible and thousands of others have done it? If I can do it, you sure can. Sure, you may have tried other supplements, but I'll bet none of them targeted this major new cause of type 2 diabetes. And this is a unique blend of nutrients that you can only find right here. Nutrients which are proven to take out this little-known roadblock to getting healthy blood sugar. Glucose Switch is only available right here and now on this page. It's not on Amazon, eBay, or in any stores. We do this to cut out the middlemen and save you substantial costs on the expensive, rare nutrients you're about to enjoy. You may be hesitating right now, but let me ask you, what did you ever get from the side effect-filled medication, medical treatments, and your doctor? I'll bet none of that did anything to fix your blood sugar. In fact, I'll bet it made it worse. Think about it. If you want to fix your car, you find the root cause of the problem first, right? Well, your body's the same. All you need to do is target the root cause, which is why Glucose Switch makes a whole lot of sense for you right now. It's the only supplement that targets the real root cause of erratic blood sugar. Just think how much fun you'll have being active again, eating your favorite foods and enjoying all that time with your precious family members. Or how about the extra thousands you'll have spare once you're done with those expensive medical bills? It'll be great, won't it? Just think what you could spend it on. A dream vacation maybe? Or helping your kids or grandkids through college? Remember, Glucose Switch is fully guaranteed, so if you're not entirely satisfied or even delighted with your results, you're fully covered. Delivery is fast to your front door. But hurry, because this huge discount won't last for long. With supply chains across the world in mayhem, we're struggling to keep the prices down. Glucose Switch may have to increase in price as soon as tonight. So take advantage of this deep discount and stock up on Glucose Switch for months to come and click below to get started with your new life. Now, if you still haven't made a decision yet, I want to tell you something you might find scary. But really, these are the facts. Right now, you're at a fork in the road with two paths in front of you. The first path is staying on the same one you're on right now. Nothing changes. You feel frustrated and worried about your future every single day. You do everything right, but your blood sugar levels yo-yo every day. You cringe every time you take your readings and you see those erratic levels, because deep down you know that it's inflicting irreversible damage on your organs. You wake up at night worried about amputations, nerve pain, worsening eyesight, and sleep. You eat boring, tasteless meals knowing they do little to ease your condition. And your low energy restricts you from simple activities like going on walks or having fun with your grandchildren. You're tired of the side effects, the low energy, the pains in your body, and the outrageous high prices of insulin and other treatments. Hey, look, I've been where you are right now. It's not a good place to be. I know that's not what you want. That's why the other path in front of you is a far better choice. That's the path where you choose Glucose Switch. The path where you have a real chance to make a change for the better. Because when you get started with Glucose Switch, you're giving yourself a shot at a new and healthier life. A chance to wake up every day feeling wonderful, energetic, and confident about your future. To have a future where you're free to do what you want. You can go for long walks, be active, and enjoy life again. Going out to restaurants and ordering anything from the menu, guilt-free. Playing with your kids or grandkids whenever and for as long as you like. You can enjoy the peace of knowing you can grow old without being a liability to your loved ones. Your friends and family will look at you astonished and be so proud of your transformation just weeks from now. Hey, I know that's what you want for yourself and your family. I know that's what your heart is telling you. Isn't it time you made a change? Thousands of others have transformed their lives with Glucose Switch. And now it's your turn. Simply click below, fill in your details, and take this first step to a brighter and a better future. You're still here? Well, if you are, then you might still have a few questions before you make your decision. That's entirely understandable, and I'm here to put your mind at ease. Let me go ahead and answer some of the questions that we get most frequently. Is Glucose Switch safe? Glucose Switch is made from naturally occurring ingredients and is not a stimulant or habit-forming in any way. It's manufactured right here in the USA in an FDA-registered facility that follows the GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices guidelines. The ingredients in Glucose Switch are of the highest possible standard and tested regularly for maximum purity and potency. There are no known side effects of Glucose Switch. However, if for any reason you don't feel much better taking Glucose Switch, you can contact our customer service and get an immediate refund, no questions asked. Will Glucose Switch really work for me? Glucose Switch can change your life. That's how powerful it is. It doesn't matter your age, shape, or if you're a man or woman. Nothing else out there is like Glucose Switch. It's the first of its kind. I do understand that everybody's different and that Glucose Switch may work a lot faster on some people. You could be one of those who get results in a few days or a week or two. Or maybe you'll have to be a little more patient for Glucose Switch to have the effect you want, and you'll wait a month or two. Glucose Switch will work better if you follow the nutrition strategies that you'll get free with your order. You'll benefit from the naturally powerful ingredients together with the improved nutrition plan. You've seen the science and the proof from Tier 1 institutions. Now it's time to put Glucose Switch to a test. And all you need to do is click below to get started. What if Glucose Switch doesn't work for me? This is the exact question I was asking myself the first time I tried Glucose Switch. You know what? I tried it anyway. After all, nothing else I tried ever helped, so why not? The diets, remedies, exercise, nothing worked for me. I figured I had nothing to lose, so I went ahead and tried it. This is the situation you're in now. If nothing has worked for you, why not give it a shot? I'm as confident in Glucose Switch as I have been about anything in my life. And remember, if you're not completely satisfied, you have a 100% money-back guarantee for a full year to give you peace of mind. That's how much I believe in it. If Glucose Switch falls short in any way for you, simply contact us and you'll get a prompt refund of your purchase. We both know that nothing in the world works for every single person. Even headache pills don't work for everyone. Whatever happens, our 100% satisfaction guarantee covers you and protects you fully for the next 12 months. To get started, just click below right now. How many bottles of Glucose Switch should I order? Glucose Switch's ingredients are scientifically proven to have their greatest effect after 90 days or more. This is why it makes a lot of sense for you to get started with the 3 or 6 month packages. Sure, you can order a 30-day supply today, and you'll be so convinced by how great you feel in a week or two that you'll likely order more. But remember, stock is selling out very fast and ingredients are becoming harder to source. We may run out of stock or increase the price as soon as tomorrow. That's why taking advantage of our 3 or 6 bottle deals below is the best choice for you. After that, it's entirely up to you. If you'd like to continue with Glucose Switch, I think you'll like it. Click below and choose the package that's best for you. How fast will I receive my order? Orders are processed and shipped within 2 to 3 days and should arrive in 5 to 7 days if you're in the US, or 10 to 12 days if you're outside the US, depending on customs. Is this a one-time payment or will I be rebilled? All of the options below are single one-time charges. You'll never be billed without you knowing. What you see is what you get. What do I do now? I think you're ready to get started with Glucose Switch. Start your order by clicking on your best option below. Enter your details on the next page to complete your order. Then you can relax as our friendly team processes your order, packs it up, and sends it to your doorstep in a few short days. I can't wait to see your results. It's been wonderful talking to you today, and whichever choice you make, I wish you the very best. To start your order, simply choose your package below.